Hey there, how are you all tonight? This is Don Schmidt, the Book Kahuna. I just wanted to start off this video with a little marketing tool. I just wanted to say, you know what? Why don't you subscribe to my channel? Subscribe. If you see any information that you get out of the video, like it, share it. Just be part of the community. I'm really looking to grow this channel, and you could be part of it. So together, let's go through some great book publishing information and see where we end up. Okay? So again, subscribe, like it, share it if you want, leave a comment. This is Don Schmidt, the Book Kahuna. And now for some great publishing information for you. Hi folks, Don Schmidt, the Book Kahuna here with another publishing tip for today. Today I want to have a real conversation with you about something that doesn't get talked about nearly enough, but that could make or break your book long before it ever sees the light of day. I'm talking about beta readers. Now, if you've never worked with one before, or you've only vaguely heard the term in writing groups, this one's especially for you. But even if you have used beta readers before, there's a good chance you're not tapping into their full potential. And that's what we're going to dig into today. So grab a cup of coffee and let's unpack what beta readers really do, how to find good ones, and most importantly, how to actually use the feedback they give you. What are beta readers really? Let's start right at the beginning. Beta readers are not editors. They're not proofreaders. They're not literary agents or publishing consultants. They're readers, plain and simple. But here's the important part. They're reading your book before it's published, before it's polished, before it's out in the world. That's where the beta comes in, like beta testing a product before launch. So why does this matter? When you've been neck deep in a manuscript for weeks or months, or sometimes even years, you start losing perspective. You can no longer tell whether that scene in chapter 8 is dragging or if your protagonist's big emotional payoff actually landed the way you thought it would. You need someone with fresh eyes, someone who will read the story not as a critic, but as an audience member. That's your beta reader. Trust me, from 40 years in the publishing business, I can tell you this early reader feedback is invaluable. It's one of the most overlooked tools in a writer's toolbox. Who makes a good beta reader? Now, here's where things get tricky. Because not all beta readers are created equal. You don't want just anybody reading your manuscript. Let me say this gently, but clearly. Your mom, your best friend, your spouse, they might not be the right people. Why? Because they know you, they love you, they want to be supportive. And sometimes that means they'll sugarcoat their feedback. Or they'll read it through the lens of knowing your voice, not as a standalone story. The best beta readers are people who are unbiased, and even better, people who love the kind of book you're writing. If you're writing a fast-paced thriller, you want readers who devour Lee Child, James Patterson, or Gillian Flynn. You don't want someone who's only into cozy mysteries or historical romance. It's not that their opinion isn't valid, it's that they're not your ideal reader. Beta readers should mirror your target audience. Here's a tip. Don't limit your pool to other writers. Writers can be great beta readers, but regular, passionate readers are just as valuable, sometimes even more so, because they give you a gut reaction. Where do you find them? Writing forums, Facebook groups, Goodreads communities, local book clubs. Some authors even use services that connect them with beta readers, but always vet carefully. You want thoughtful, engaged people, not just someone looking for a free read. Setting expectations, be clear. All right? Be clear on this. All right, so you've assembled your beta team. Maybe 3, maybe 5, maybe even 10 people. Now what? This is where many authors trip up. They just hand over the manuscript and say, "Tell me what you think." Big mistake. What usually comes back is a mix of vague praise, "I liked it," or random critiques that don't really help. "I didn't like that main character, but I don't know why." That's because you haven't given them a framework. You have to guide them. When you send your manuscript, include a short document, call it a beta reader guide, that lays out what you're looking for. Ask questions like, were there any points where you lost interest? Did the pacing feel natural? Were the characters believable? Was the dialogue authentic? Did anything confuse you? Did the story feel satisfying overall? You don't need to bombard them with 20 questions. 5 to 7 targeted questions is plenty to focus their feedback. And be clear, tell them, "Please be honest. I can take it." Because you want honest feedback. You want your beta readers to catch the flaws before your audience does. Now, handling the feedback. This is thick skin time, so get ready for this, all right? Always good to have a thick skin. Now, let's talk about what happens when the feedback rolls in. You're going to feel things. Even when people are respectful, thoughtful, and constructive, it still stings to hear, "This scene didn't land," or "I didn't care about this character," or "The twist was predictable." Let me tell you something. I've told hundreds of authors over the years. That's okay. That's normal. That's part of the process. You don't need to agree with every single comment. And I've told that to many authors. You don't need to change everything that gets flagged. But what you should do is look for patterns. If one reader says the ending felt rushed, you can file it away. If 4 out of 5 readers say the same thing, you've got a problem worth solving. Beta feedback works best when you view it as data, not as judgment. Let it guide your revisions, but don't let it derail your vision. You're still the author, you're still the final say, but now you've got evidence of how readers are experiencing your book. Show gratitude always. This is a big one, okay? And one last thing. Beta readers are doing you a favor. They're giving up their time to help you build something better. So treat them like gold. Thank them. Publicly, if you can, even in your acknowledgments. Keep them in the loop when the book's ready to publish. And if you're ever in a position to return the favor, do it. Some authors have a core beta team they go back to again and again, people who become critical to their creative process. Why beta readers matter. Here we go. This is the wrap up right here. So to pull it all together, beta readers are more than early eyes. They're a bridge between your rough manuscript and the final polished product. They're the closest you'll get to an honest reader reaction before reviews go live, before books hit shelves. They help you test, tweak, and tighten your story that when it's finally in the hands of readers, it hits the mark. So don't skip this step. Don't rush it. Don't overlook it. Beta readers might just be the secret weapon you didn't know you needed. All right, That's it for me today. Thanks for hanging out and talking beta readers. I hope this gives you a new perspective on how to write smart and write strong. Now, go find your tribe of readers and build something brilliant together. This is Don Schmidt, the Book Kahuna, signing out for now. Until the next great publishing piece of information, good night and bye-bye.